What's going on, guys? This is Miasin. So in case you didn't know already, EXOSISTER is coming out. Well, not really, it's coming out. It already exists, but some new broken EXOSISTER support is coming out in Power of the Elements, which is the same set that is also containing Splight and Tearlaments, as well as the new broken Mathmech monster. And basically this monster, EXOSISTER Malpha, was single-handedly enough to turn this deck into a tier 1 deck in the OCG, being practically in the top 5 best decks, almost every single OCG metagame breakdown. So today we will be looking at combos that you can utilize in order to optimize your gameplay with this deck, and of course be at the top of your competitive game. So before this video starts, make sure you like and subscribe. Check me out on Twitch and Instagram. Let's try to get this video to 1,000 likes. As soon as we hit 1,000 likes on this video, I will be making a live stream on this deck. And of course, deck profile coming up tomorrow. You don't even have to ask at this point. I always deliver. Anyways, this is combo number 1 out of 4. Let's just say you have EXOSISTER Malpha, which is the 1-card starter, really broken card, and the card that we haven't seen in a little too long, which is Temple of the Mother-Freaking Kings. Yes, I'm unironically playing this card. Look at what you can do. So you don't even have to draw a trap card for this card to be really good. And the beauty about Temple of the Kings is that your trap cards are actually really aggressive, and you actually want to use them on your own turn if you can, obviously, if you can. So you're going to be using the in-hand effect of EXOSISTER Malpha, so summon itself, as well as EXOSISTER Ellis from the deck. So with one single card, you are able to get 2 level 4 monsters on the field without using up your normal summon. The only drawback is that you cannot summon non-EXOSISTER monsters. Well, rather, you cannot special summon non-EXOSISTER monsters during the turn you activate this card. Very specifically during the turn, and not like for the rest of the turn. So you can't even like summon like non-EXOSISTERs first and then use the effect of Malpha. That will unfortunately not work. Anyways, now you're going to be making the Michaelis, which can detach a material to search a EXOSISTER spell or trap from your deck to your hand. And also during the turn, it is Xyz summoned by using an EXOSISTER monster as material. Quick effect, you can target one card your opponent controls or in their graveyard, banish it. So if you're going second, not only are you getting your engine started, but you're also breaking boards in the process. Anyways, the Michaelis is going to be searching for the EXOSISTER Vadis. This card is pretty freaking awesome. And you're going to be activating Temple of the Kings, which allows you to use one trap card during the turn it is set. So in other words, your Vadis can be flipped up right away and summon 2 EXOSISTER monsters from the deck, of course, without even negating the effect. So that's actually kind of busted if you ask me. And one of those monsters is EXOSISTER Sophia, which allows you to draw 1 card from your deck just like that for free in case you control another EXOSISTER monster. Now the Hélène has a relatively similar effect but worse. This time you can like place an EXOSISTER card from the hand into the bottom of the deck to draw 1 card. So it's kind of worse because you go 1 for 1, where Sophia is like an actual free +1. So you're drawing a card where here, and now you're making the other +1 rank 4 Xyz monster, which is the Caspatel. So by detaching a material, you can search your deck for an EXOSISTER monster. And now you are going to be making EXOSISTER Magnifica. Ignore what I just did, summoning the Magnifica in attack. Always summon it in defense, because Lightning Storm would unfortunately make it so that you are going to be losing on the possibility of interrupting your opponent an additional time, because EXOSISTER Magnifica is a double interruption at once. Yeah, it's a 1 card that can actually banish multiple cards your opponent controls. So basically, quick effect, you can detach 1 material from the card, banish any card your opponent controls, non-targeting, very broken. It can always attack twice, and it has 2800 attack. Not even necessarily attack twice on monsters, so you can attack twice directly with this card. And as an added bonus, when your opponent activates a card or effect, you can basically return this card back into the extra deck, and then summon back one of the materials that was underneath it. So in other words, on top of getting the banish from Michaelis, you're also, from Magnifica, you're also going to be summoning back the Michaelis that is underneath, and then banishing a card again, because as I just explained, it is also a banish. So just like that, you are able to end on like freaking 2 interruptions, a follow-up, and a draw with only 2 cards, which is absolutely nothing. So now you're going to be seeing this in action, banishing cards. My opponent activates something, I transform it into the Michaelis, and I can banish a card again. So that's a nice deck you got there. You're dead. Alright, so for combo number 2, assuming that you have something like this, EXOSISTER Sophia and Zora the Magistus of Flame, look at what you can do. Also a pretty nice combo. So Zora is actually a very insane card in this deck because it revives back or summons a spellcaster from the hand or graveyard, so that's actually kind of busted. And it gets you your Artemis in the equipped, so you can search your deck for another Zora, which is going to give you an instant follow-up regardless. So this actually baits a lot of interruptions because it applies a lot of pressure. And on top of that, you have other options of potential Artemis, of the freaking Magistus monsters that you can equip. One of them is like an Archphoenix Centric, and another one is like a monster, kind of a effect veiler. So that's actually kind of nice. Anyways, the Caspitel is going to be searching for your Malfa, and then use the effect of Malfa in order to summon the Elise. And now you're going to be going for Mickey Elise, going to be searching for pretty much just anything, but Lithania is actually really broken here, because it is also a double banish. So the card reads, if all monsters you control are Exorcister monsters, minimum 1, pay 800 life points, feels great. Then target one monster upon controls or in their graveyard, banish it. Then you can apply one of these effects. So obviously the first part is guaranteed as long as you control at least one Exorcister monster. Now, if you were able to Exceed summon previously this turn, which is very possible thanks to Magnifica's final effect, you can banish another card your opponent controls, and again, that is without targeting. So that's it for this combo. Let's get right into the next combo, which is definitely a little more complicated. Alright, so this is the living proof that hand traps just aren't enough against this deck. It's not enough regardless of what you have. Good luck playing, you're gonna suffer. So my hand has Sophia with Elise, double pack, so one redundant card, and the Vadis, very fantastic card. So I'm gonna be going normal summon Sophia and then special summon the Elise and attempt to draw one card that baits Veiler number 1, because I guess my opponent, which is myself by the way, is scared of me drawing one card, which is whatever. It is what it is. So now I can still play. It's fine. So I'm gonna summon the Caspitel, gonna eat another Veiler, and now I'll be going for packs, which allows me to search the Malfa, but I get ashed here, unfortunately, so I have to set 2 and pass turn, which is way more than enough because these 2 cards are actually potential interruptions. So look at how beautiful this is. Oh my god. If you time your cards perfectly, this deck is one of the scariest decks out there. It's actually crazy how these 2 cards are single-handedly enough to make me lose to Nibiru on my opponent's turn, but that's never obviously gonna come up. Anyways, my opponent goes, whatever, normal summon Reno Heart, Son of Monster, Huffinus, and then attempt to fuse, and I'm gonna be chaining both of my cards. So Vadis summon 2 monsters from my deck, and Pax is going to be searching a card and then summoning that card right away. So I'll be summoning the Sophia and the Hélène off of Vadis, and I'm going to be summoning the Stella from the pack since I control the counterpart, which is Elise, in my graveyard. And on resolution, my opponent is going to be fusion summoning, but since a card was returned from the graveyard into the deck, or actually just moved from the graveyard, every single Exorcister monster I control can activate its effects. So Chainlink 2, Chainlink 3, Chainlink 4... Oh my god, look at this, man. I can summon freaking 3 Xyz monsters just like that. Are you kidding me? This is insane. It's completely fine if my opponent can search with the freaking Kitkalos, because this is where I win the game. So Asophiel is a Dweller as soon as it is summoned for the rest of the turn. And then Gibrine is a Veiler. And Michaelis is a Banish. So in other words, I was able to get 3 interruptions, one of them being a lingering effect. So my opponent can mill all the cards that he wants, every single card. It's not gonna do anything at all. I'm still gonna be able to cancel everything. And then I can banish whenever I want with the quick effect of Michaelis. And I can also negate, like I said, with the Gibrine. And on my own turn, this game is more than over because I have a lethal follow-up. So I can bounce back a monster by opponent controls. I can boost every single Exorcister Xyz monster by 800 for the rest of the turn, even the ones that don't currently exist. I can search an Exorcister monster, I can search an Exorcister spell or trap, and I can make freaking Magnifica with 3600 attack that can attack twice. Bro, what the hell? I got hand trapped 3 times! 3 times! And I was still able to do all of that. Oh my... And against a real deck. Oh my... Imagine against the other decks. Oh, free wins left and right. This deck is broken. Anyways, let's get into the 4th and final combo now. Alrighty, so this is the 4th and final combo, and this is basically just to showcase you how kind of spicy you can be if you actually play your cards correctly. That actually rhymed, Anyways, if you have freaking Exorcister Malfa and DD Crow, this hand kind of looks like it sucks, right? But believe it or not, DD Crow is actually an extender in this deck. I can't believe I'm saying that, but yes, that is actually true. DD Crow is almost like a special summon a monster from your deck. Look at this, man. So since we control no monsters, I can summon the Malfa and then summon the Elise. And I could either make a rank 4 here, or I could actually be very juicy and DD Crow right away banish my opponent's Ray, which will trigger the Malfa, and I can Xyz summon using only it in order to make the Caspitel, which can search for practically any Exorcister monster from my deck to my hand. So I can search for the draw 1, and this is finally going to be my normal summon. So normal summon, and then draw one card here. Make the Michaelis, which I can banish a card my opponent controls, why not? And I can search for a freaking Exorcister spell or trap. I'll take that any day of the week. I'll be going to banishing your freaking Shizuku, whatever. Activate the packs, and then summon the Stella, and then special summon the whatever other Exorcister monster I may have. Make the J-Brain boost everything by 800, and just like that, at the speed of light, with like one Exorcister monster and a DD crew that never even mattered, I have OTK. It's simple. Against this deck, you blink, you die. I'm deadass not even joking. So that's pretty much it for this